your host, Mark Pierce. It's Wednesday, Wanderlust Wednesday here in the cave. We haven't yet mentioned the news over the weekend from the Grateful Dead camp. Bob Weir passed away. It's a big deal for the Grateful Dead fans, and we're going to try to figure out to do an episode about him soon enough, so we'll get there for sure. Today we are talking about Robert Plant. You say to yourself, Mark, Robert Plant, how can that be a Wanderlust Wednesday? And maybe it's walking the line a little bit, because many of you will know this song that we're talking about, but I'm sure that there's plenty out there that don't know this, so we're just going to go with it today. All right, Robert Plant, of course, singer for the incredible band Led Zeppelin. I mean, we could do Led Zeppelin for 2 weeks straight, and some of you would be pretty happy with that. But how do you describe Led Zeppelin in their ascent to the kings of rock and roll in the 1970s? I mean, unbelievable music, and his vocals and his singing, incredible, right? So then tragedy strikes, John Bonham dies, and the band disbands. That's December of 1980. Robert Plant's 32 years old, 32 years young, that is. And he's saying to himself, what am I going to do? He's like, you know what? I'm going to walk away from music. I think I'm just going to be a teacher. I'm going to teach. And he's talking to his friend Phil Collins. Yes, that Phil Collins. And Phil says, no, you can't do that. You got to make music. You got to keep going. I mean, you're so great. So, he convinces him to go down that path and start making solo records. He puts out Pictures at 11 in 1982. And Phil Collins plays drum on 5 of 8 of the tracks. And the album was all right, Then come back the next summer, July of 1983, The Principle of Moments. That's where I come in. Of course, I have MTV at this point, and we're hearing those songs. Big Log, In the Mood, Other Arms. I mean, so many great songs on that record. And there's Phil Collins again doing 5/8 of the songs. 5/8. 5/8. But actually, Phil Collins toured with Robert Plant for that tour, the Principle of Moments tour in 1983. That was Phil Collins on drums. Did anyone get to see that? I mean, Phil Collins was huge at this time, and he was the touring drummer for Robert Plant. That must have been amazing. But we're landing a little bit later. His third solo, May of 1985, my junior year in high school, and he drops this amazing record, Shakin and Stirred. It's very interesting. It's very different, but we had WPLR to listen to out of New Haven, and they were just feeding us all this good music, and I was just gobbling it up like Pac-Man. And Shakin and Stirred, at this point, Robert Plant is obsessed with Talking Heads and David Byrne. He says he's obsessed with their quirkiness and their humor, and he wants to aspire to be the opening act for Talking Heads. And this is around the time that Stop Making Sense came out, so he must have been seeing that summer of that 84 ish, right around there, right? So I'm trying to picture Robert Plant being like, I'm going to do some funny stuff, But anyway, so this record is a little bit of hits and misses as far as that's concerned. And he got, for one song, he got Bette Midler's chorus singers, some backup singers, to sing chorus on this song, Too Loud. And that's when he said he was being kind of funny and quirky. For some reason, I liked that song, but I can see why it's hard to like. And it's not so different. It's so not the Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin, who he's just put that idea of that music in the past. And so that's a very interesting one. But Little by Little is the song that is played on the radio, or released, and went to number 36. It was in a Miami Vice episode. I heard this song the other day, and I was like, we're going to cover this one because I really like this song a lot. So that's your song of the day. If you want to dig a little deeper for a little more wanderlust, it's sixes and sevens off this record. Great song. Love that one too. So those are the ones you're going to check out today. Again, Robert Plant, fast forward, he's doing work with Alison Krauss. I love Alison Krauss and Union Station. Going to see them this summer. Don't get me wrong on that. But I just am having a hard time getting behind the two of them pairing together and making music. I don't know. It's hard for me. I want to see Robert Plant singing rock and roll songs, but that's just me. So, Robert Plant, 1985. Little by Little. That's your song of the day. You guys remember this one? Whatever you're doing today, hope it involves music. And as usual, catch you on the flip side.